Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Backgammon is beautiful. Today I am very pleased that I have a very special guest on the channel, Grandmaster Michihito Kageyama, more warmly known to the backgammon community as Michi. Now Michi is a fantastic backgammon ambassador. He frequents many tournaments, gives lots of talks, and he is also a published writer of three amazing backgammon books: Opening Concepts, Endgame Technique, and Back Checker Strategy. Now, he's here to talk to us about the butterfly anchor, but also we're here to learn a little bit about who is Michi. So, Michi, thank you so much for coming on my channel today.
Hello, Dan. Thank you for having me today.
It's a real pleasure to have you, Michi. Look, I have to ask you, first of all, when was the first
Sure.
time you played backgammon? Can you remember the very first time you played it?
Wow, it's a long time ago. Let's say when I was 13 years old. Yeah, and I played backgammon with my friend. That was my first time, and we both didn't know what backgammon is, so we just opened the rule book paper and we played the game with reading the rule book.
And how did you feel after the first game? Confused, excited?
It's just a boring game. So we just quit.
So what happened after that? How did you fall in love with backgammon?
So maybe after a couple of years later, I found a backgammon strategy book at the bookstore, and I was surprised. Oh, there's a strategy in backgammon. Is it true? And I took the book and started reading. Oh, looks very interesting. So I bought it, and I finished the book in one day.
And then your friend didn't want to play you anymore because you were too good.
Nope.
Can you remember the name of the book you read? What was it called?
Yeah, sure. Very simple. Backgammon book. That's it.
Was it a
and in Japanese? In Japanese, not English.
So when you were young, backgammon was popular in Japan?
Not at all.
No, wow. So what happened? How did backgammon become so popular in Japan? Was it you?
It's a very good question. Honestly, I cannot say backgammon is popular in Japan now. We are trying. We promote backgammon in Japan. Yes, we put the effort, but still, it's not easy.
Yes. But, you know, Japan has so many very strong players, so many grandmasters, yourself, Mochi, you know, just so many other, you know, Shimura, Hideaki. Why are there so many strong backgammon players in Japan, do you think? What is the reason?
It's another good question. I want to find the reason. Okay, so they are, Mochi, me, Ueda, Yokota, they are very different. Akiko is also very special. So I cannot see common factors, but let me think. Maybe our writing is a kanji character. Do you know that?
Tell me about it. What does it mean?
Which is a Chinese character.
Okay.
Yeah, so you use alphabet, but we use a Chinese character. So it's represents the shape, not sound.
Okay.
So maybe because we are used to use Chinese character, our pattern recognition, maybe we are naturally trained. And I believe pattern recognition is the most important issue in backgammon.
Wow. That's really fascinating. I haven't heard it before, but it's a great answer. And also, I think maybe about the temperament of Japanese players. It seems very calm when you play, very like stoical or no emotion. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm wrong, but is how do you stay so calm when you play?
Because we know Zen backgammon. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
What is Zen backgammon? Tell me.
No. It's just a kind of joke.
But really, you are
so,
very calm, yeah, and motivated.
Yeah. So we are naturally to be calm. I don't know why. So our characteristic is very different from European and maybe very different from American. I'm not sure, but expressing strong feeling, emotion is not so good in Japanese society. Yeah.
Interesting. Yes. I mean, it's really nice to watch you play, and I've seen many of your matches on your channel where you talk through the moves, but also in the UBC. So really fantastic, methodical, and you think about everything when you're playing. Have you always been like this, a deep thinker? From young.
I always try to find something, find the reasons. I don't like a random choice. So I look for a clue, like a detective.
Amazing. So when you started playing backgammon long time ago, did you always want to be like a really strong player, like a grandmaster or a giant? Was that the ambition? You wanted that in the future?
When I was a university student, I was fascinated by backgammon. So I taught backgammon all my friends, and but at that time my level was very low, maybe beginner or low intermediate. So I was not ambitious at that time. I played only in Japan. I didn't go abroad. Mm-hmm.
So what changed for you? How did you become professional?
So after I graduated, I worked at a company for 9 years, and actually I stopped playing backgammon. No backgammon at all. But big change came when I visited New York. It was my first trip to foreign country, and so I haven't played backgammon for a long time at that time. But accidentally, I visited the chess and backgammon club. And I played some backgammon, and I found 3 books, 3 English books, which I've never seen. So I wanted to read. I want to get them. So I asked the organizer of the club, and he denied because it's not for selling. But I came from Japan. Probably I never come back to New York. So this is my maybe last chance to get them. So I really want to buy. And finally, I bought them. So that's a big change. Now I started reading these books, and then I found a backgammon program. At that time, expert backgammon, which is before jellyfish.
Wow.
Amazing. So I bought a computer, desktop, just for run that backgammon program.
Amazing. Do you remember those books? What they were? Was it like Magriel or what?
It is by Kid Uzi.
Kid Wolsey, yes.
Yeah, like Joe Sylvester versus Nak Ballad, or yeah.
Okay.
So that book describes one match.
Mm-hmm.
Each book describes one match, just one match.
So you read the books, then you started using the computer. And do you remember your first tournament? Your first big tournament?
Yeah, it was in Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I quit my job, and the next day I got into a plane to go to Hong Kong.
How did you feel? What level were you? Intermediate or better, maybe?
I think I was maybe high intermediate at that time. But very luckily, I had a chance to play with Paul Magriel in Hong Kong.
Wow.
Yeah, and I won the event named Blitz. Yeah, Blitz.
Well, you won.
I won that. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was so happy.
It gave you a lot of confidence then. Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It must be a wrong confidence, a fake confidence. But yeah. Anyway, I got something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what was it like to play Paul Magriel? How was that experience?
Actually, it was the third round of the main tournament. Yeah, and it was a very close match, probably 13-point match. And at the end of the match, maybe it was DMP. We have lots of watchers around the table. Of course, it doesn't matter for Paul, but for me, it's huge. I was so nervous. And I lost, yeah. But it was a great experience for me.
Yeah, I mean, and now you are at that level. It's amazing. Did you think at that point you would be so successful and famous?
I have no idea. But I just loved backgammon, and I just enjoy learning backgammon. Yeah. I didn't get bored. I didn't get tired. So maybe 8 hours a day. Yeah, for 1 year, 2 years, I continued to study backgammon.
Okay, and you got better and better and better. Yes.
Yeah. Especially by using a software. Now I got jellyfish.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And how do you practice? Just lots of positions, or how do you help yourself?
Yeah, I try to have some theme. Let's say, so today I have 8 hours, and I divide these 8 hours in 3 parts. Okay, the first part is learning the early stage of the game. The second part, maybe I learn cube action. The third part, maybe I learn end game, something like that. I build up my own program.
So very disciplined. And how much time did you spend, like a day, on backgammon, do you think?
8 hours.
Wow. That's amazing. So a lot of hard work and determination. So after the Hong Kong tournament, did you then play a lot more tournaments after Hong Kong?
Not many. From Japan, visiting Europe, visiting USA is not so easy. It's a long trip, and flight cost is not cheap. So maybe I've been to foreign country maybe twice a year.
I remember
not many.
I remember once you came to Brighton in England. I met you actually. I think maybe 5 years ago, and you helped me actually with the position. I don't think you remember, but he was very helpful at the time. it was a complicated position, and I didn't really understand it. And you said, "No, this is what you should be doing." And for me, that was when I was a weaker player, and your teaching was very good, and I was like,
Oh,
yes. So you did come to my city, so it was good to see you there.
oh, ah,
Um,
thank you for reminding me that.
and then you played in the UBC and you wrote some books. Now, did you always want to write backgammon books? Is that something you wanted to do?
Yeah, that surprised me. So maybe I became a very good level, and then I wrote a book in Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe after 2 years. Mhm. So it was kind of natural to me. Yeah, I just thought, oh, maybe I want to write a book. Yeah.
Mhm. So
Mhm.
the first book you wrote in English was this one, Opening Concepts, which
Yep.
is an amazing backgammon book. You know, really, really helpful. And you break it down into like proverbs. Where did you come up with the idea of proverbs? Like
Oh,
it's almost like from the Bible or something religious, you know. where,
uh, so again, it's just natural because all these proverbs, I invented them just for myself,
okay.
just to help me over the board. So I always use these proverbs over the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then after that, I just uh, wrote a book.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah,
think
so
it.
first I got the idea.
I think it's a really interesting way to learn. That you take something that's complicated and you make it quite simple, and you're very good at doing that, which is why your books are really excellent to read. But also in this book, you talked about the double tiger, which is
Yeah.
very famous now. The double tiger. Where did you think of this name, double tiger?
Oh, I have no idea. Uh, yeah, first I put the two names, tiger and dragon, which is tiger is double hit and dragon is pointing on. I use that expression in Japanese. Yeah, because they are two major strong uh, offensive play.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, to teach this idea to the beginners, I think put some name is more colorful and it's easy to remember for beginners. That's why I put some names.
Mm. I think you're right saying it's colourful because you not only have double tiger, you have double falcon, butterfly anchor, many fantastic names, and I think it's really good because in chess they have lots of cool names in chess, but in backgammon not so many. So I think when you
Oh,
introduce these words tiger, falcon, it makes it more exciting, the language. So thank you for that, Michi. It's your
oh,
legacy.
my pleasure.
So you wrote the first book, and then you also had Nono in there, the drawings of Nono by Roland Herrera,
Yes, yeah,
which you can see on the screen there. Why did
yeah,
you
sure.
why did you think of that? I want to have some cartoons inside.
Yeah, so the idea came from Roland. So I didn't think about putting cartoon illustration, but Roland is the artist. He is full of energy and talent. So he's a musician and he's an artist. He can draw, he can paint. Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, and he's good at math. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Roland has a good experience when he was young. He read a programming book, and that programming book had many cartoon illustrations, and yeah, so that's why he suggested me to have some yeah cartoons in the book, and I agreed, of course.
It's really nice because it has some comedy when you're reading the problems. It's also a little funny and it's nice. It's not like one position after another position, which sometimes can be too much information. So it's a good idea. And then after this book, you this one, Endgame Technique, which again is a fantastic book where you talk about bearing off against an ace point holding game. And this book is not just for beginners, you know, intermediate and advanced players still make these mistakes when they play. Why did you
Yeah.
want
Oh, sorry.
why did you want to write a book about the end game next?
Again, I made all these ideas just for myself. So when I was learning end games, first it was not easy, but once I find the pattern in each case, which is against the ace point game, against the deuce point game, against the 3 point game, then I found the patterns in each case. They are not same. They have different characteristics. So that's what I found. So that's why I want to show these ideas to everybody in the world.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing it. It's a really brilliant book. And then your third book, which came out recently, is this one, Back Checker Strategy, where you talk about the butterfly anchor and some other ideas. Why did you want to talk about Back Checker Strategy next?
Oh, so that third book is the most difficult book for me. It took me so many times. My first idea was I want to describe about the game plan.
Mm-hmm.
So the book title will be Game Plan, something like that. But it was not easy. What is the framework of the book? I struggled. And when I showed the draft to a famous American player, Marty Storer,
Yes.
Marty Storer, yeah. So he advised me that game plan is a very big topic. So maybe nailing down will be better way. So yeah, so I got his advice and I really think. Yeah, and yeah, maybe just focusing on back checker is a good idea.
He was
Yeah.
He was a good person to ask because Marty Storer wrote a book, What's Your Game Plan? So I think he was a good. But I think
that's right.
I think he was right because what is nice about your books is one book is just about openings, next book is just about endings, next book is just about back checker. Whereas some books, they have everything in one book. And it's so much information that for someone who is new, it can be very scary. And I always say that learn one thing at a time, not 10 things at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
Michi, what advice do you have for new players? What can you say to them to help them?
Okay, so play backgammon many times. Now we have internet, so we can play online. Or if you get the program, software, app, yeah, you can play by yourself. So just enjoy backgammon many times. And if you want to win more, now it's time to learn strategy. And now we have many ways to learn strategy. Probably the best way is buying a software like Extreme Backgammon. And of course, we can buy the books and we can watch many YouTube channels like yours.
And yours.
Thank you. Yeah. So once you want to improve your skills, luckily we have so many materials. Yeah. So enjoy, and then if you want to improve, you can do that.
I like that. The first step is to enjoy it. Have a good time. It's a game. Absolutely. And you always are smiling, Michi, always happy and enjoying yourself, which is why you're a great ambassador for Backgammon, because you bring that positivity to it.
Thank you.
What book will be number 4? What is your next book?
Okay, so I've already started writing my 4th book. The title will be 5-Point Match Cube.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So in this book, you will just talk about when to cube in 5-point matches.
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to describe the characteristics of each score in 5-point match. Yeah.
That is so helpful, because every match, 13 points, 17 points, they often become 5-point matches.
Yep.
They kind of reduce down. So it's your first book then on cubing.
That's right. Yes. So I'm a little bit nervous.
Is it going to have lots of maths in, or no maths?
Probably it will have 3 parts for beginners, intermediate, expert, and in the beginners part, I don't use any math. Yeah, no math, probably no numbers.
Okay. Wow, fantastic. I look forward to it, adding it to the collection.
Thank you.
And also, I have to ask you about the UBC. Will you be entering this year, the UBC tournament?
Definitely, yes. Yeah, I will join in April in Istanbul.
Fantastic. You came very close before to the final. I remember, very, very close. How did you feel at the time? Were you disappointed, or?
Yeah, honestly, I was very much disappointed. Yeah, it's not easy to win the contender tournament, to get to the semi-final, final. Yeah,
it was a remarkable achievement to get so far. How do you prepare for the tournament? What do you do in preparation?
So let's say about cube action, I try to solve 10 cube problems every day. Yeah.
You create them yourself, your own problems, or?
They all came from my matches.
Okay. So you look at a lot of positions in anticipation.
Yeah. So I collected many my matches. So materials is like too many. Yeah. So I picked up some matches, and I checked each cube action. I tried to estimate my winning chance and game winning chance, something like that.
Interesting. And what about exercise? Do you like do exercise before a match, or meditation, or different things like this?
No meditation. I heard meditation is great. That's awesome. So maybe I want to do that in the future, but not right now. And I try to write down my feeling on my notebook.
Yeah. I like that. That's nice. Yeah. Really good ideas. Thank you for sharing, Michi. And I have just one more question before we look at Butterfly Anchor. So at the moment, people are making their votes for the Giants list, the new Backgammon Giants list, yes, which is every 2 years. Who do you think will be at the top of the Giants list? Do you have any ideas?
That's another good question. Okay, so maybe for 8 years, Mochi is ranked number 1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and still Mochi is he's deserved to be as number 1. And plus, last year, Sander Lylaf made 2 accomplishments. He became world champion and he won UBC final against Mochi. Yeah,
Yes.
He's also brilliant. And I have to mention Zdenek Zizi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he also had very good results in many tournaments. Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
There are many good players. Thomas Tenland, yourself, Dirk Schiemann, Dagfinn. So many people to name. It's difficult to even think of 50 or many, and also strong UK players. I have to say, Sebastian Wilkinson, Gaz Owen, Tim Cross, Julian Minoir. We have many strong players here in the UK also, which I hope to see. And also you in the top 5, Michi, for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you are here today to talk to us about the butterfly anchor, which is in this book. And audience, I will put links to Michi's 3 books in the video description. So if you want to buy them, then please just click on the link. They are really fantastic books to really help improve your game. So Michi, thank you for coming on my channel. Do you want to start talking to us about the butterfly anchor?
Sure.
Great.
All right. So, this is today's theme, butterfly anchor. And if you know what is butterfly anchor, that's fine. But maybe many people don't know what is that. So let's explain it. And maybe do you know that character named Nono?
Yes.
So my co-author, Roland Herrera, draw Nono. And as I mentioned, it's his idea. All right. Now, actually, we want to discuss the 3-point anchor today. And what is the characteristics of it? Daniel?
What is the characteristics? It's not the best anchor. It's not.
Yep.
But it's not the worst anchor. It's kind of in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. I think Bill Roberti named it a copper anchor.
Okay.
Not gold, not silver, but like a copper. Mm-hmm.
Copper anchor.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, it's a nice anchor, but not very good. So now let's start what's going to happen at the beginning of the game. So here's the question. Red roll 2-1. So how do you play this dice?
Butterfly anchor. 22-point anchor. Yes, I think so.
Yes. So red is happy to make the 22-point anchor, and which is the opponent 3-point. Yes, you're right. So also XG says, that's the best choice. And any others are blunder.
Interesting. Yes.
Yep. Okay. Next question. Again, red roll 2-1, but it's not so easy compared to the previous one.
I think for me, I would make the anchor again and play
Yep.
6 to 5 with the last one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So making the anchor is good, but the 6 to 5 looks dangerous. But of course, you have no choice once you made the anchor. So does the 22-point anchor has such a big value?
I think so because the opponent has the strongest 2 point board. So you need to have an anchor to protect yourself.
You're right. Yes.
So far, so good.
Of course. Yeah. So making the 22-point anchor is a must. And then slotting as a 5-point is fine. And slotting as a 7-point is a second choice.
Yes, that's interesting because maybe a beginner may slot 8 to 7 instead of 6 to 5, but it's not as good because you leave more shots and you don't start an inner board point. Yeah.
That's right. Yes, yeah, it's a good point. Yeah. I know beginners love the bar point rather than the 5-point.
Yes, yes, I have noticed
Yeah,
it
but
also.
the truth is that the 5-point is the most important point. So if you have to slot, then I recommend you to slot on the 5-point.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. So now we see the characteristics. So we want to make the 3-point anchor at the beginning of the game. So that's the first conclusion. Now, what's going to happen in the middle game? So here, red already made the 22-point anchor plus 18-point anchor. Now, red rolled 5-4.
This one is more difficult, yes.
That's right.
Well, I think you can clear the 18 points. I think you run 22 to 13 because white has a little awkward structure. Their front structure is a bit awkward. So 22 to 13. Break the midpoint. Break the butterfly anchor. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're gonna break the 22-point anchor. Yeah, it is a good choice. And yeah, congratulations. That's the best choice.
It's interesting because here you were down in the race by 16 pips. So normally it is not correct to race.
That's a yeah.
Why is it correct here, Michi? Can you say why is it good to play 22 to 13?
Wow, it's a very good question. Sure. Yeah, so red is behind in the race by 16 pips before the roll. And even after the roll, still red is behind by 7 pips.
Mm-hmm.
So when we are behind in the race, we want to keep a deep anchor. Yeah, that's our nature. But here, red is behind, but just by 7 pips, not many. In that case, fighting with 18-point anchor is fine.
Yes, you still have the contact with the 18
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we have 2 anchors and we want to leave one of them. In that case, yeah, because of the small pip difference, yeah, breaking the 22-point anchor is okay.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. So at the beginning of the game, we are happy to make the 22-point anchor, but now we are happy to leave the anchor.
Mm-hmm. In the middle game, yes.
Yep. All right, here is another question.
Oh my gosh. um, okay, so
Six four.
I think we hit 14 to 10 with a 4,
Yep.
and then with the 6, yes, let's leave 22 to 16. Let's go. Take
Whoa.
Is it bad? Is it bad?
That's for your experts, Daniel. Yeah. Yeah, so hitting is mandatory. We are happy to hit with a 4. And with a 6, yeah, some player would choose 11-5. Yeah, it looks okay. But now we are ahead in the race. So it's time to leave the 22-point anchor.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so your choice is brilliant.
Oh, thank you. It's interesting actually because leaving the blot there on the 11 point, I think it's only double 4 that hits you. So 1 roll if you leave it. So it's not very risky.
Oh, that's true. Yes, only double 4. Yeah, that's right.
So
good point.
So I think it's a good exercise in shot counting because the risk is very minimal. And if you're not hit, you have good distribution where you can use the checkers to make the 9 point, the bar point, you know. I think what helps here is to play the easy number first. So you play the 4, which is obvious, and then you think, where is the 6? Always play one number and then think about the other number afterwards.
I like that procedure. It is a good way.
It's a good position. Yeah. Why do you think people play 11 to 5? Why do people get it wrong?
Because many people are afraid of leaving the anchor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is a problem if you don't leave the anchor? What is going to happen? You will get stuck. No.
Yes, correct. Yeah. And now red is ahead in the race. Actually, before the roll, 10 pips ahead, and rolling 6-4, 20 pips by hitting 30 pips. Now red has a big lead, and red has a big racing lead with 22-point anchor. In that case, these two checkers on the 22 point will be isolated.
Yeah. Yes. Also, I think it's very good when your opponent is on the bar to try to escape. You have to.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Yeah. So when we hit the opponent checker, it's the best chance to leave the anchor with minimum risk.
Yeah. You take advantage.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good position, Michi. Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So now we see two patterns that we are happy to leave the 22-point anchor, the opponent 3-point anchor. So that's the characteristics of the 3-point anchor in the middle game. We often want to leave the 3-point anchor. Now we see two totally different characteristics of the 3-point anchor. In the early game, we want to make the 3-point anchor. But in the middle game, we want to leave the anchor if the condition fits.
I understand. Yes, it's
so
good.
Totally opposite characteristics. So its nature reminds me of the metamorphosis of butterfly. Yeah.
This is great by Herrera.
Yes. Yeah. From egg, a butterfly changes. Yeah. So at the beginning of the game, we have a 24-point anchor. But if we have a chance to have a 22-point anchor, we're happy, let's make it. But then in the middle game or the end game, we want to leave the anchor. So it reminds me a butterfly metamorphosis.
I like it. It's good. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So actually, this butterfly is Nono butterfly.
No butterfly. I recognize. It's another great name though, like Double Tiger or Double Falcon. It's memorable, easy to remember, and that's important to remember these ideas when you're playing, because otherwise you can make a big mistake and lose. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, so if we have the idea about the checkup play, but usually it's unclear. But once we put the name on it, now it's very clear. So we easily recognize that pattern.
Yes, I agree completely. And you're very good at doing that. The best, I would say, Michi. You're the only person really who does it, and that is your uniqueness as a backgammon player and teacher.
Thank you. Okay, so another question. So 5-1 for red.
Oh my gosh. Now, yes. This one is difficult, yes. So
it is.
There is a pip lead. I think if we make the anchor, we can't escape with 5 with 6s. So I think I just play wow. I think I play 8 to 3 and 6 to 5. I'm not sure at this one. Yeah.
Oh, so you intentionally didn't make the butterfly anchor?
Yes, because I want more numbers to escape. I don't.
It's a nice idea. Yeah. So once you make the butterfly anchor, now you only can come out with 5, just one single number.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you intentionally split them, then you can come out with a 5 or a 6.
Yes,
it's a very good idea.
That's what I thought. Yes. So yeah. I play 8 to 3, 6 to 5, but not confident.
And I believe many people play a 23-22, make the anchor, and then hit with a 5, 8 to 3. I feel that's the majority. And best play is surprisingly.
Wow. Okay.
So just come out.
Okay. Can you explain this one, Michi? Why this is correct?
Yeah. Here, red is ahead in the race, and red cannot improve his prime anymore. Yeah, because of the white 4-point anchor. So all red wants to do is just running back checkers. That's the desire of red.
The game plan. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And the problem is that it's too dangerous. That's a serious problem. Yeah, there is a risk, but after red come out to the 17 point, and if white hits with the 5s or 1s, white loses the important point. Especially hitting with the 5 is very uncomfortable for white. Now white leaves, loses the midpoint, and white 3 back checkers are isolated.
That's a good point. He loses connectivity. Yes. And also because you're right, white has only 2 checkers. All the points are stripped. So he would have to break the point to make the hit. So there is a sacrifice.
Yes, that's an important point. So if white has many spare checkers, then we cannot do that. Let's just keep the anchor.
Yes, very interesting. It's a good position. Yes, I learned
It is.
something.
Yeah, I don't think many players can choose the best choice. Yeah, it's so hard.
Yes, interesting.
Yeah. So I believe it's a good example that we want to leave the butterfly anchor in the middle game.
Yes. So here is like a middle game position.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things, a lot of concepts, flexibility, connectivity, game plan, all those ideas, they come together to help you understand it.
Wow, that's true. Yes, yeah. So many ideas are combined.
Very nice.
Thank you. So, yeah, I picked up two major reasons you leave the butterfly anchors. So the first one is you are ahead in the race. And the second one is you cannot improve your home board. Yeah, I believe there are two major reasons.
Yes, very nice.
Okay, so another questions.
Oh my gosh. So here we can't. Well, we can slot 2 points actually. 8-2, 8-5 is quite nice. Or we can run 22-13, but it's, oh my gosh, it looks so dangerous to run. But we are ahead in the race, so I will run 22-13. Let's go.
Oh, you're a brave guy, Daniel.
I'm scared. Is it correct?
Yes, you're right.
Good. I think if you don't run now, when will you run? You have to go sometime. You know?
Good point. Yes. Yeah, I like your phrase. Yeah. If you don't run, then when will you run? Yeah, great.
Yeah, but it's scary, to run here because white has a 5 prime. Yes, it's a lot of people would be too scared, I think. Maybe newer player.
Yeah. So at least red has a stronger home board. Red has a 4-point board, while white has 3-point board. Yeah. So hitting contest is okay for red.
Yes. That's good. Yeah.
Okay. Now this is question 7.
Wow. Okay. So again, I think yes. No, but here the race is not ahead in the race now.
Nope.
But there's no. I don't think anything else is good. So I think again I run 22-13. I think it's nothing else is good.
Are you sure, Daniel?
What else? Maybe you clear the mids, but then you leave a 6 to hit, and you have no mid. Yes, 22-13.
Yep. Okay. Again, I realize that you are very brave.
Too brave, maybe.
No, not too brave. You're right.
Yes, I think here you have no good alternative. I don't like anything else. So yeah.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Any other plays are just bad.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's a good one as well because the race is not good. But yeah,
Yeah.
I like your.
This is a yep.
You talk,
Maybe
Michi.
this is exceptional position. Yeah.
Yes, it's very interesting, this one. Yeah.
Okay. So, question 8.
So now I don't know whether it's too scary now to run, but again I don't like breaking the 11 points because it's blocking. So again I'm just going to run 22 to 13. Let's keep running.
How about leaving the 8 point?
Yes, it's okay, I think, but I don't like the spare on the 4 point behind the anchor. So I think I would run as well because 2 point board. Yes, I am going to run again 22 to 13.
Wow. You are amazing, Daniel. Yes. Yes.
Maybe just lucky a little. So.
No. You are just good. Yeah.
It's easy.
So again, leaving the butterfly anchor looks very dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are ahead in the race.
Yes.
And still white has a spear checker on her midpoint and 6 point. So after we leave the 8 point, what's going to happen next? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And here you have no flexibility, only 2 checkers. It's very unstable position for red.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have to do something productive to try to improve your position. Yeah.
Sure.
It's a good position.
Okay. So far you are perfect.
No, one wrong. But
okay.
But it's okay.
Sure. All right. This is question 9. How about you play 5-4?
So now I think it's different because white has more checkers on the 6 point.
Yes, the position is almost the same as the previous one.
I think now I clear the 8 point on this one.
Wow. That's amazing.
I think
so. So it looks a very small change. So in the previous position, white has the spear checker on the midpoint. Now that spear checker goes to the 6 point. So it looks a small change, but congratulations, Daniel. You're right.
Yeah, it's not a small change. It's a big change.
Yeah. Now, if white rolls a 6, white have to, leave one of his outfield point.
Yeah.
So red can stay back.
It's very easy when you're helping me, Michi. You're a good teacher. Yes.
Oh no, you see the details. That's why you reach the right play.
Yes, small details make a big difference. It's true.
Yeah, that's the beauty in backgammon.
Yeah, that's why Backgammon is beautiful. Is my channel? Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
I like that.
Oh my gosh.
Now 6-2.
What do we do here? This one is hard. I think I make the anchor here. It's too dangerous. And 13 to 7.
Oh, okay. So you make the butterfly anchor, that's for sure. And then red has option to come out. But you keep the anchor and play 13-7.
Yes, I think it's too dangerous to leave it. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. This is very interesting. So wow, I got excited. Now, wow, you're the best.
Oh my gosh. Maybe I should play in Monte Carlo this year or something. Yes.
Why not? Why not?
Yes.
Please come. Yeah.
It's just too dangerous to leave it.
Yes.
It's too dangerous. Yeah.
So red is not ahead in the race. And now white has so many good numbers after red leaves the anchor. Yeah, red has a spare attack with 5s, 3s, 1s, and 6 is also good, just for come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many.
If red leaves the anchor now, next, white has so many good numbers.
Yes, and if red makes the anchor here and white doesn't roll a 6, it's really bad for white. But the checkers will have to go behind the anchor. It's not so good for white to play the numbers.
That's true. Yes. Wow. So your score is 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Wow. I must be good today. Yes.
Yeah. You are just good.
Thank you, Michi. It's a compliment.
But I thought it was the last question, but still.
One more. Okay.
We have.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
What is this?
I don't know this one. This is hard. Do I hit? No, I don't hit. What do I do here? Wow. It's very hard, this one.
Dice number is 5-1. So red cannot leave the anchor. It's impossible.
I think my options are 13 to 7.
Yep.
Maybe 13 to 8, 6 to 5. Oh, is this? It's crazy. I don't know.
Oh, so you want to do double slot?
Yes, I don't know. I don't like 13 to 7. Also, I can hit 7 to 2, but I don't like it as well. Or 18 to 13 as well, of course. No, it's bad.
Yeah.
Okay, 13
so if you choose a double slot, I'm sorry. If you choose a double slot, I have to put a new name on it.
Yes, not a good name. I don't know. 13 to 7. Maybe. Yes, 13 to 7.
Thank you, Danielle. Here, the result may surprise you.
Oh, wow. So it's
hit, attack, and leave the anchor.
Yeah. So, yeah, because then you have a good 6 to escape, or you make a better anchor. Yeah, it's wow. I didn't see this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about this position, Michi?
Yeah, so red is behind in the race, but red has a stronger homeboard. And so against white one back checker, attacking makes sense because white back checker has a daylight. So after attacking, then what red want to do is leaving the butterfly anchor because red does not want to stay back on the opponent 3 point.
Yes. Again, you're taking advantage. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. Again, red is still behind in the race, but it's only 12, and red rolled 5-1, only 6. After hitting, only 4 pips behind.
Yeah. Yeah. I see it. Yeah. I like also 7-2, 2-1. Also interesting. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If someone find the best play over the board, I believe he must be ranked world number 3 to 1.
Yeah, this one is the hardest one I think you showed me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm. Nice though. Good position to learn.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. What I like is this position gives us a concept. Yeah.
Of when to leave the butterfly anchor.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, still, do you have time?
Yes, we
try
can
one more.
We can.
Maybe
yes,
let's try. Question.
Let's try this one. Yes, hopefully I will. But I think these are getting more and more difficult. so, oh my gosh. What do you do? 6. Okay. Do you just play 24-16 and just try to escape in the race? And white has stripped points. Do I just go 24-16?
Thank you, Danielle. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. 8-2.
Yeah, surprisingly. Yeah. Make the butterfly anchor is the best choice here.
These are grandmaster problems now.
So. Yeah. Actually, I like your choice, just running.
Yeah. But
so
you have a strong...
One advice is that making the 5' is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it's obvious. Here we have 4', and we are happy to extend it in the 5'. Of course, we are happy. Everybody is happy, but there's a risk. But still, try to make the 5' is good. And after we complete the 5', now it's time to run out.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
And also as well, I think after 8-2, it's very dangerous for white to hit with a 1.
Yes.
Very dangerous.
Thank you, Daniel. Yes, that's a good point.
Because he would just... his board is not so good. So here you take advantage of your own home board strength, I think. But it's hard to see this.
Yeah.
Why?
I think yes.
No, tell me.
Please.
Tell me some more, Michi. Yeah.
So after 8-2 and white rolls a 1, but 1-3, 1-4 are very uncomfortable hitting.
Yeah, very bad. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a bargain time, very cheap price to slot on the 2 point.
And even 1-5 and leaves a lot of return shots. There are also not so good.
That's true. Yes.
Oh, it's a double.
Yeah, red will have many return shots.
With a 4-point board. So, yeah. But you're right. 1-3 and 1-4 are pretty terrible. Really, yeah, yes. It's again a very interesting position, and
Yeah.
you can spend a lot of time on XG moving the checkers around to really understand it deeper. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I showed some tricky positions, but okay. I think it's too many. No. Okay. Let's go to the summary.
Yes. People can pause the
Yeah.
video and have a look at them, you know, we have to pause it quickly. So look.
Yeah, if you want, you can do that.
Yes.
Yeah. So here's what I want to say. Yeah. That's the nature of butterfly anchor, the 3-point anchor. Number one, make it at the beginning of the game. Number two, you may leave it as a middle game. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I want to say.
Thank you so much, Michi, for your time. Really appreciated. Please make sure you buy this book and read more about the butterfly anchor, and then that will really help you going forward. Thank you, Michi, so much.
My pleasure. So thank you for having me.
It's been fantastic. Please keep watching Michi's videos on his channel where he talks through all the moves, and vote for him for Backgammon Giants. He is a giant. He's a giant of the game. He has brought us so many colourful phrases, so much teaching, a lot of generosity. So Michi, thank you for all you do in the Backgammon community, and I hope to see you at the tournament soon.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you for having a good time with me.
Yeah, thank you for your time. Goodbye. See you later.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.